Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. So, over the next year I am planning on a lot of work, and I don't just mean for this, I mean I have a lot of client work, and that means a lot of traveling. So, this is what's going to be in my bag. Not in my, obviously, my clothes bag. I have two bags. I have a kit bag, and then I have my clothes bag where all my clothes go. So this is what is going to be going into my kit bag. Now, please do bear in mind that some things will change, but this is kind of a basic thing, if you get what I mean. So this is what I will, yeah, like I'll probably swap some things out if need be, and I'll go through it as, you know, if I'm going to swap something out, you get what I'm trying to get across here. Anyway, let's get into it. So, first of all, what is the bag that I'm going to be using? Well, it is, when I can reach it without not looking at the camera, this, the Pro Tactic bag. I love this bag. It is amazing. Cost me about 100 to 200 pounds, and it fits all of my kit. Now, for cameras, I'm going to carry this. I'm not going to carry my Cinecam because it is just too heavy. So I'm going to carry this little thing for pictures and video. The EOS RP. I love this thing. It's a great camera. A really, really good camera. Then this little thing. This is the GoPro Hero 10 with a selfie stick. And again, this is really, really good. I love this thing. It came out about a year or two ago, but shoots 5K video. Now, yes, it is a small sensor in comparison to other things, but the footage on this still looks really, really nice. And I appreciate the small size, and I've just noticed the battery cover's not fully attached. There we go. I appreciate the small size and its durability. And then the newest addition to my camera family is this, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, I did have the 12, but it was time for me to upgrade, and I don't really want the 14. So I saved a little bit of money and I brought the 13. It has everything that I want in a phone. It's still iOS because I'm an Apple fanboy, except it has more storage. This isn't the 128 gig that I normally would get. Normally I'm fine with 128 gigs. I don't usually keep a lot on my phone. No. This is the 1 terabyte version. There is 1,000 gigabytes in my hand. That is nuts to me. I have been playing around with the ProRes because it has ProRes, and it's a space killer. A 53-second video took nearly 4.5 gigs worth of storage. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I did actually get the 1 terabyte. Now, I probably won't be using much of the ProRes. I probably will just be using the standard 4K that Apple, you know, use for most of my stuff. But it is nice to have that, especially when you're shooting with something like this, and I can just then go and use the ProRes. Now, yes, there are lots and lots of problems with the fact that big files and USB 2, I'm not going to talk about that. We all know what's wrong with Apple, but this isn't an Apple bashing video. This is about what I'm carrying. So, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's a great phone. I won't lie. It's a really nice phone. But not a lot did change between this and the iPhone 12 Pro Max that I had before. Also, actually, little side note, one of the reasons that I have, well, not one of the reasons, but I had my 12 Pro Max, and then I gave my 12 Pro Max to my partner. And she had it 24 hours, and then it got nicked, it got taken from her. Someone stole it. Someone took it out of her pocket without her realising. We phoned the Metropolitan Police, And they went, yeah, we might go and get it tomorrow if we deem that we can. And we were like, okay, great. And then they phoned us the next day and went, yeah, we can't be bothered to go and get it. Live tracking that we had at the time isn't enough. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a rant. I get it, you know, the Metropolitan Police have lots of things to do. And, you know, finding one person's iPhone 12 isn't really a big priority, but it still would have been nice, bearing in mind that I am a taxpayer. But I do understand that they do have more pressing things to do. I was tempted to go and get the phone myself, but I decided not to because I didn't know who these people were, and I just didn't. Yeah, you get the point. Anyway, moving on from that. So, quick reminder, iPhone 13 Pro Max. Then, because yes, as I've just said, I am an Apple fanboy, I recently picked up the best headphones I have ever used. The AirPods Max. Now, I am a little worried about these, I won't lie to you. Not because of how bad, if they sound bad or whatnot, I'm worried about taking these outside. Especially after my partner got her phone taken from her. So these are going to sit in my bag until I get on the train, and then when I get off the train, they're going to go back in my bag. They are not really going to be out in public. These stay at home as it is. So, yeah. But they do sound and fit nice. And then I actually forgot one camera, and it's this, the Mavic 3 with the zoom lens. It's not the Mavic 3 Classic, it's just the standard Mavic 3. I love this thing. Again, just like the GoPro, it's about 5K video, and it's really, really nice video. And plus, you never know when you're going to need a drone. So, the Mavic 3. I am thinking about getting something a little bit smaller, maybe sub 250 grams. I've recently updated my drone licensing because that's something I have to do now, my drone pilot licensing here in the UK. Anyway, lenses. I'm only going to be taking 2, maybe 3 lenses with me this time because I don't really use them much. I mean, I obviously do use the lenses, but I don't change them much. So I'm going to be taking the 70 to 200 and definitely my 24 to 105 RF. And I'm thinking about taking the 24 to 105 EF. And the reason that I'm thinking about taking the EF and the RF is because, well, this is fixed f4. This one isn't. And also this is L, this one isn't. And I can't remember what else it was. Anyway, I'm thinking about taking, well, I'm definitely taking this because I like this one, and I'm still kind of testing it. I've done a review, but I'm still kind of trialing it out, if you get what I mean. Whereas this is tried and trusted, so I probably will take this, maybe for some video, but I'm not sure. But I'll definitely be taking the RF and the 70 to 200 because, well, I love this lens. Now, as I just said a minute ago, I don't really want to take my AirPods Max outside in public, so I'm going to also be taking the AirPods Pro. These, again, I love these. They sound nice and they do what I need them to do. Yes, they probably are better. I'm probably getting some Apple hater in the comments or somebody going, you know, you can get better for cheaper. I don't care. Let's just put this out here, right? If you don't like a company, that is down to you. It is personal preference. This is what I've spent my money on. I wanted the AirPods Max. So guess what? I brought them. I worked hard for the money and I got the reward, which is money. And I used that money to buy a product. Anyway, now that we got over that, let's get into more Apple stuff. So, laptop, Apple MacBook Pro, 14-inch, 1 TB, 16 gigs of RAM. Absolutely amazing machine. Edits really, really easily and nicely. iPad Pro from, I think, 2019. It's an older model with the A12Z chipset. It still works, just about. There's a problem with the charging port, so I might take it into Apple to see if they can get it either repaired, or maybe I might get it replaced, but it's still a good iPad. It still fully works. And photo editing on iPad, for me, is amazing. So, yeah. Now, this is probably the smallest, yes, the smallest device that I'm going to be carrying, and that is this. This is I think it's like a first gen Chromecast, and I use it in my bag now. I used to have it hooked up to my main TV, but I now use it in my backpack for when I'm at a hotel and the TV only has digital. So I can connect this to something like my phone or maybe their own Wi-Fi network. A lot of hotels have Wi-Fi now, so I can connect this to their Wi-Fi network, or again, as I said, my phone, and I can stream my own TV shows. Whoops. It's a good little thing. Now, I know that I said I wasn't going to be talking about clothes in this one because I'm not really, I have two bags, my clothes bag and then my kit bag, but this will be going in my kit bag. Leather gloves. Love these leather gloves. They've kept my hands lovely and warm. There's not really much to say about them. They're leather. They're just leather gloves, really. There's nothing fancy about them. They're nice and comfortable. They keep your hands nice and warm. Only problem, obviously, because, well, they're gloves. You can't use your phone whilst you're wearing them. So it's a bit of a pain in the bum to have to keep taking them off to use your phone. But it is what it is. And then storing all the data that I might need is this. 500 gig SanDisk SSD. I've had this a while, so I'll probably pick up another one soon because I don't know what the life expectancy of this is. It's a rugged drive. I've dropped this a fair amount of times and yeah, I love it. It's great. So, right, that's it. That's everything that's going to be going into my Pro bag. I think that's what it's called. I've forgotten now. My Low Pro Tactic. That was it. I had to look at it. So that's everything that's going into my Low Pro Tactic for when I go away. Again, as I said earlier, some things may swap and change. I might leave the iPad, for example, or I might leave the MacBook, or I might, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in this video. I'll see you in the next one.